Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Orlando, Florida. We are live for another edition of NXT. And here comes the number one contender for the NXT Championship, MJF. He'll be in action, non-title action, against the NXT United Kingdom champion, Rusev. Both of these men will be in big-time matches in just 4 weeks' time at the NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc pay-per-view. MJF challenges Kenny Omega for the NXT Championship, and Rusev, he'll be defending his championship against the Icon Sting live there in Boston, Massachusetts. We're scheduled to go to Salem, Massachusetts, but it seems like there is a situation going on with other venues and whatnot there in Salem, so we had to make an adjustment to Boston, but nothing wrong with going to Boston, Massachusetts for a massive pay-per-view. We've had plenty of big-time pay-per-views and events throughout the series history there in Boston, Massachusetts, and might as well just add a big-time duo of the NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc and the Raw exclusive pay-per-view of Halloween Havoc as well. And there is your United Kingdom champion, ladies and gentlemen, Rusev. Ever since taking that championship away from Braun Breaker, cashing in that Money in the Bank briefcase, he took it away from Wesley. Then he would cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase from Braun Breaker when we got the news that Braun Breaker was going up to Monday Night Raw at that time. And ever since then, Rusev going through a lot of men in singles action, but notably when he defended the championship, he defeated a man known as Mad Cat Moss. Mad Cat Moss is no longer here in NXT anymore, but Mad Cat Moss, and then also he's going to be having his second big title defense against the Icon Sting. Now, how is that going to go for Rusev? Imagine a win over the Icon Sting, what that would do for Rusev's career, ladies and gentlemen. How great would that be for Rusev? He may not admit it to anybody, but being in the room with a future WWE Hall of Famer, a man that has been a Hall of Famer in all the other organizations that he's been in, a win over a man like Sting will certainly project Rusev's career even further into where he wants it to be, and that being on the top of his game. Referee ringing the bell. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. MJF versus Rusev. This matchup is bound to be physical. And imagine how Rusev's going to be feeling, not only defeating the NXT champion Kenny Omega pretty quickly. I guess you can't say too quickly, but in a decisive fashion last week, and now he's taking on the challenger for that NXT championship. Imagine what that's going to be for Rusev if he knocks off two of the top people in the NXT championship division. Not a lot of people can say they did that, but Rusev can single-handedly take out the top two. But certainly MJF's going to make sure everything in his power to make sure that he walks out with a win tonight and gets himself mentally and physically prepared for that big-time matchup between himself and Kenny Omega live there, Boston, Massachusetts, there at NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc. MJF now from behind, going to work on that lower back. Oh, a little bit of a submission hold here. Yes. Imagine if Rusev has to tap out here. Not the best situation to be a part of right now. As Rusev stomping away and a big elbow to the side of the skull, making MJF even more dizzy here. And now Rusev with a big, powerful scoop slam. Just when you think you're able to get something going against Rusev, he just changes it on you, and it's just one of those things, ladies and gentlemen. It is not easy to defeat a man like Rusev. Rusev has been on the main roster, like we've mentioned. He's had his ups and downs in his career. One of the major ups certainly being a former United States champion, as well as the first ever Mr. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner in series history. That's what led to him winning that United States Championship against the ever-impressive Apollo Crews when he was United States Champion. Now Rusev wrenching in right on that top rope, and now going to toss MJF and across the ring there. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a massive night for you, and especially in your main event. Hold on to that thought. Hook of the leg, but a strong kick out there from MJF. But a massive night, a massive main event for you. It's going to be a Extreme Rules matchup. Jon Moxley one-on-one with Wardlow. Last week, Wardlow ran through Cesaro, and now this week, Wardlow is going to have to go through a man that loves these type of matches, an Extreme Rules matchup tonight in your main event of NXT. Also, we got a NXT Women's Contract signing, as it's going to be Cora Jade, the NXT Women's Champion, and Tiffany Stratton, the winner of the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. Both those women will have a contract signing later on tonight. Cannot wait to really see how those two are going to even be able to fare in the middle of that ring, just to be able to sign the contract, dot the lines, make everything official there for TakeOver. Referee now at a 5 here. Got to be very close. You don't want to have ourselves a count-out victory or a double count-out to start off here on NXT. Oh no, Rusev. Oh my goodness, follow a slam on the grate there. Oh my goodness. That is not going to be feeling too good. As now Rusev, he is just taking it to MJF outside here. And now, oh, look at Rusev. He wants some more of MJF. He is sending a message to every single superstar here on this NXT roster. He did it to Omega last week, and now he's doing it to MJF this week. Holy crap. And certainly he's going to be sending a message to his opponent, Sting. That's going to be the biggest test for Rusev, honestly. MJF all fired up here. He knows he's been kind of a difficult matchup right now, and he's just trying to figure himself out here. It's a big Russian leg sweep there from MJF. Now it's MJF's turn to possibly turn the trajectory of this matchup in his favor, and that's what he's doing at this moment. I believe the referee said she is at a 7. Both men need to get themselves back inside the ring, and they do, to avoid a possible count-out victory. And now MJF gonna go to work here on the NXT United Kingdom champion. And now Rusev, oh wait, well, look at the double cross from MJF out of nowhere, catches him at the last second. Pinfall opportunity. 2. No, Rusev kicks out at the last second. MJF cannot believe it. And now, wait a minute, MJF, he's going to do it one more time. The second double cross, but Rusev's busted open. Certainly, this has to be it. No! Rusev kicking out again. And you could see the frustration brewing with MJF. Those were 2 of the biggest shots in this matchup, and he's not been able to get it done yet. And now a over-the-head, belly-to-belly suplex. And imagine, you hit the 2 of the biggest maneuvers you have, and it hasn't been enough to put away a big, tough man like Rusev. As a reverse Alabama slam into the Accolade here, looking to redeem, get himself a big victory over MJF. Will MJF have to tap out? Unless he can somehow grab that bottom rope or the middle rope or something here. Will he have to tap? Referee's right there, just trying to make sure. And he slips out at the very last second. And certainly that blood's going to be coming into a factor in this matchup, you got to believe, ladies and gentlemen. If it gets in the eyes, just anywhere where it's going to kind of block the vision. As an STO takedown. Oh, he's kind of choking him too. I'm not saying Rusev doesn't deserve that, but certainly 2 of these superstars are going to play dirtier, and MJF is, oh, come on. There's no need for that. MJF flipping off the referee. Certainly probably going to get fined behind the scenes there, but certainly MJF not too happy with what's going on right now. He's hit 2 big, massive maneuvers on Rusev. He's busted him wide open, and it has not been enough to put him away just yet. Oh, what a big elbow right to that cut. And now MJF slowly just going to dissect the Bulgarian brute, the Redeemer. Is now Rusev reversing at the last second here. This would be a perfect opportunity to get something going, and that's what you're talking about from Rusev, turning the trajectory of a matchup on its head into his own favor, ladies and gentlemen. And talking about another big time matchup, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Christian, your North American champion. He'll be taking on Sting later on tonight, as well as we're going to see Roxanne Perez, former NXT Women's Champion, taking on Blair, Davenport, as well as a #1 contenders matchup of the sorts, as it's going to be the new Undisputed Era, Adam Cole and Adam Page, taking on the team of Indus Sher, Jinder Mahal, and Veer Mahan. And also in that matchup is the Revival. The winner of that matchup will go on to next week's matchup to take on the Young Bucks, where the winner of that matchup will officially go on to face Pretty Deadly there at Halloween Havoc for the NXT Tag Team Championships. So certainly tonight's matchup is going to be massive in the tag team division, but even bigger matchup next week when they take on the Young Bucks. As all, look at this, spiking Rusev on his head. That very well could be it. Will that be it? Yes, it is. MJF somehow, some way survives Rusev tonight, man. Holy cow. Look at these kicks earlier on in the match, just loosening up MJF there, but eventually spiking him on his head. MJF hit 2 double crosses on Rusev and it wasn't enough, so then he went to the well, spiked him on his head, and MJF walks out victorious. Can he carry this momentum into Halloween Havoc in just a month's time and walk out the new NXT champion? There is your NXT men's breakout winner, beating Axiom recently here on NXT, and it looks like he's talking to Wesley. We don't know what that's all about, but Tony D'Angelo is all about changing up NXT for the young grown talent. Well, I wonder what Tony D'Angelo is really talking to Wesley about. I'm pretty curious about what Tony D'Angelo was talking to Wesley back there, but we'll ever see if maybe that will ever come into play, maybe further down the road. But now it is time for your triple threat tornado tag team matchup, where the winner will go on to face the Young Bucks live next week in a official #1 contenders tag team matchup. And the winner of that matchup will go on to face Pretty Deadly for the NXT Tag Team Championships at Halloween Havoc. And there is Adam Cole and Adam Page. Adam Cole, one of the most decorated superstars here in series history. Adam Cole is a winner of the Royal Rumble, former NXT champion, former WWE champion as well. The former leader of the first ever Undisputed Era, but Adam Cole wanted to start a new Undisputed Era here on NXT. He wanted to align Kenny Omega into the group, to be a part of his group. Kenny Omega said, hey, you know what, I'm just getting here at the NXT at the time, and he basically told him, hey, I'm not going to be able to do this. And Adam Cole said, you know what, you can move on. But then we found out Adam Page would go on to take his spot and essentially attack Kenny Omega. We saw that, and we saw Kenny Omega beat Adam Page before as well. But I think there is definitely a future that could definitely be built with the Undisputed Era between these two. But I think there's plenty more to be told with the whole Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, Adam Page story as well. But certainly Adam Cole, once he get all situated with himself and Adam Page, has only recently just had a couple matches here in NXT, but I think him teaming with Adam Cole and adding to this tag team division, I mean, certainly that could add some potential dream matches if you think about it, especially with the Revival, the Young Bucks. Certainly the Young Bucks, Adam Cole and Adam Page, know each other quite well. As there is Jinder Mahal, ladies and gentlemen, months and months ago, Jinder Mahal would come back to NXT with Veer Mahan and Shanky, and now Shanky is no longer part of NXT. So Jinder Mahal and Veer Mahal are looking to not only take back the glory days that Jinder Mahal believes that they should have had a long time ago, but they believe it's their time to shine, and they believe in this #1 contenders type of tournament that's going on. They believe it's the right time and the right opportunity. But we'll see how that's all going to fare, especially with having to take on the Revival, especially in this tag team matchup. It's not going to be easy, but certainly you just have to be at the right place at the right time. And I think Veer Mahan being with Jinder Mahal, that's almost like having a bodyguard essentially in your tag team. And honestly, Veer Mahan is going to be a massive threat in this team, this Indus Sheer team. As now Veer Mahan just moments away from making his entrance down to the ring. And we've seen Veer Mahan and Shanky, when Shanky was still here, we saw, Shanky was a massive threat, literally, with how tall he was, over 7 feet tall. And he played into a lot of, decisions in a lot of matches, honestly. But with Shanky gone, Veer Mahan and Jinder Mahal stay focused, and we'll see if they'll be able to advance to next week's official #1 contenders matchup. But they're going to have to go through Adam Cole and Adam Page, and then obviously the other tag team tonight, the Undisputed Era with the Revival. Undisputed Era and the Revival. And obviously the Revival, they've had their star-studded past as well on the main roster. Multi-time tag team champions, especially here in NXT as well. So pretty much decorated from top to bottom with a lot of these tag teams. As now, here comes Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood. FTR officially making their way down to the ring. And the Young Bucks and the Revival, they have a past as well. We saw the Young Bucks defeat the Revival at a pay-per-view a couple months back as well. So certainly the Revival would love to win this matchup and get some much-needed revenge and get that to where they'll have a tag team championship matchup live at Halloween Havoc. We always talk about the Revival being a old-school tag team, cutting off the matchup, making sure that the matchup happens on their half of the ring. Very old school tag team, but a lot of people like what the FTR brings to the table. But this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to involve any tagging. All 6 men will be in the ring at once. The pinfall or submission has to happen in the middle of this ring. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. It is going to be an all-out war here between all 6 superstars. Early pinfall from Dax Harwood. Imagine if he would have defeated the Royal Rumble winner, former WWE champion, right away, how that would fare for the Revival to showcase what they bring to professional wrestling, being able to put away a superstar of Adam Cole's ability. Look at Adam Page just going to work on Jinder Mahal. Veer Mahan coming all over Cash Wheeler there. And now a good old belly-to-belly suplex. Nothing wrong with a good old school belly-to-belly. As this match continues, ladies and gentlemen, like we mentioned, still to come tonight, a massive main event where Wardlow takes on Jon Moxley in a Extreme Rules matchup. In this matchup, anything can be used. Tables, ladders, chairs, kendo sticks, baseball bats, anything you can think of. They can even go in the crowd as long as we eventually get the result in the middle of this ring. And if you guys are new to what exactly is going on between those two superstars, recently on NXT we were supposed to have a tag team matchup. Pretty deadly, taking on the team of Cesaro and Wardlow. Cesaro and Wardlow, at that time, were part of the Blackpool Combat Club. Well, just before the matchup, Wardlow would attack Cesaro and lay him to waste. And then the following week, we would see Cesaro and Wardlow in a matchup where Wardlow would decimate Cesaro. And this week, we're going to see Jon Moxley look to get some revenge for Cesaro. I don't know how it's going to fare, though. I mean, yes, Moxley's a whole different superstar compared to Cesaro, but what Wardlow did to Jon Moxley, I don't really think, even with the odds being favored in Jon Moxley's corner tonight, with it being his type of matchup that he loves to have, I personally believe Wardlow, he may come out here and decimate Jon Moxley as well if he doesn't want to inflict some damage. Wardlow turned on the Blackpool Combat Club because he believes that Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, and Cesaro are keeping him down. Because you're seeing Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson getting the tag team title shots. You're seeing Cesaro. He was a part of that Heatwave Elimination Chamber SummerSlam weekend. And Wardlow believes that he is getting held down from opportunities. He believes that if he was a part of that NXT breakout tournament, he believes he would have decimated the field. But he believes the Blackpool Combat Club are letting him down and holding him down, and he believes he's going to do he's planning on taking out the whole Blackpool Combat Club. Last week it was Cesaro. This week he's going to go after Jon Moxley. And ladies and gentlemen, at Halloween Havoc, ladies and gentlemen, for the NXT TakeOver pay-per-view, it is going to be a gauntlet match for Wardlow. Not only is he taking on Cesaro, he's going to take on Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson all in one night, back to back to back. And that is sure as hell not going to be easy, ladies and gentlemen. Reverse DDT there. Brutal DDT there from Cash Wheeler. But will be very intriguing to see how that main event all comes into play. And Codebreaker! Codebreaker out of nowhere from Cash Wheeler. Is this it? 2. So close. Jinder Mahal saving the day. The Revival will have to try and do something else to get themselves to advance. Mahal going to take out Cash Wheeler as long as he can. And we're trying to get the crowd here in Orlando, Florida to be all behind him here. Is now Mahal. Look at Suicide Dive! Suicide Dive from Adam Page takes down Cash Wheeler. And now we've got ourselves a one-on-one contest in the middle of the ring between Jinder Mahal and Adam Cole. Adam Cole's going to be very, very careful. Jinder Mahal can easily put this matchup away at 1 second's time. Just hit one Colossus or maybe an accolade type of thing. This matchup could be gone and over with. Jinder Mahal. Jinder. So they say don't hinder Jinder, but Jinder may have to hinder Adam Cole. Going for the Colossus, but no, Adam Cole reverses it. And you can tell those other superstars were coming in the ring. They're like, oh no, this is it seemed like maybe Jinder was going to be moments away from putting away Adam Cole. It was a big clothesline on the back of the neck, and just like that, Cash Wheeler changes it up. And this ain't going to be good. What is Cash thinking here? Has both Jinder and Adam Cole in the corner. He's talking some absolute trash. You can't really see it here from our point of view, but certainly a lot of trash was being talking right there. And now Cash again, coming right after Jinder. Oh my goodness. What a double kick to the face there. Referee trying to get in position. Is that enough? No. Adam Page, you got Dax Harwood and Veer Mahan, and now Adam Cole coming out here. This matchup is breaking down, obviously, in these big-time situations. Looks like a sledgehammer is about to be involved here. You can only imagine what is going to happen as, Adam Page fighting off a possible sledgehammer attack. And just like that, the match rolls on even more. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up in a little bit as well, a matchup I'm really looking forward to. Christian, your North American champion. He will be taking on the man, the icon Sting later on tonight. And for Christian, he defends his North American championship coming up very, very soon in just a month's time against Mustafa Ali. Ali had to go through 3 superstars handpicked by Christian, and Ali survived. Started off with Baron Corbin, pardon me, then Joe Gacy, then Samoa Joe. And Ali had to basically won by countout to defeat Samoa Joe, and Christian did not take that too well, having Ali win all 3 matches. Christian, when he started this whole thing, he said, I want people to step up to the plate. Mustafa Ali did that. And, well, certainly we know what's going to go on. They're live at Halloween Havoc. It is career versus title matchup. Christian's title's on the line, and Mustafa Ali's whole career is on the line. As Adam Page gonna go. Ooh, nice drop kick through the second rope, takes down Jinder. You got Dax and Adam Cole, or I should say Cash Wheeler and Adam Cole in the bottom right hand corner. Then you got everything else breaking down on the other side here. But this is anyone's ball game, ladies and gentlemen. But next week, the winner of this matchup faces off with the Young Bucks. Could we have a first time ever matchup? Or will we see 2 tag teams that know each other very, very well, that being the Young Bucks and the Revival? I think it'd be very intriguing to have Adam Page and Adam Cole taking on the Young Bucks. Certainly, like I mentioned, they know each other quite well from other organizations. But something very underrated could be Jinder Mahal and Veer Mahan. So certainly, as Adam Page, very surprisingly, taking that possible maneuver that Adam Cole was trying to set up, and he ruined that moment. As pinfall opportunity. Will that be all here? 2. Oh, Jinder Mahal breaks it up at the very last second. That can't be any closer, ladies and gentlemen. That was 2.99999 and going on forever. It's now Dax going to go after Adam Cole. Jinder Mahal, Adam Cole at ringside. I should say Veer Mahan and Adam Page going at it. As almost like a variation of a zigzag there. The matchup breaking down now. You got Veer Mahan and Mr. Dax Harwood, the last 2 superstars in the last 2 superstars in the ring. But now Veer Mahan exiting. Dax doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know if he wants to go after Adam Page. And certainly Adam Page is going to make him pay. Oh no, not a power bomb on the sledgehammer. Dax realizes it, and he's able to get out of it. The running elbow takes down Page. Page is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. And even more trouble because a sledgehammer to the lower back. Oh, and then a running knee there as well. A lot of back and forth action, ladies and gentlemen. But while this match is continuing, we're going to address the NXT Halloween Havoc card for you. We have Sonya Deville taking on her former partner, Piper Niven, one-on-one. It's going to be a grudge match of sorts. Piper Niven and Sonya Deville were former tag team partners. At one time, they actually won the Women's Tag Team Championships. But eventually, all good things have to come to an end. Wait a minute. We're going to continue this. Veer not breaking it up until Jinder came in there. That's a very interesting predicament there. Uh-oh. Adam Cole with the running knee. The shiniest wizard right to the dome. Referee, I don't know if she's not wanting to take the pinfall, but we have our submission hold as well, and the matchup continues. But Sonya Deville versus Piper Niven. Sonya Deville turning her back on Piper Niven after they lost a matchup, and then essentially costing Doudrop/Piper Niven her Women's Championship Heat Wave weekend. So certainly Piper Niven is going to look for some payback. We're going to get some revenge out on Sonya Deville, and hopefully for Piper Niven's sake, she'll be able to do that. As a code breaker there to Veer Mahan. Jinder's out. Veer Mahan is out. Adam Cole now, or I should say Adam Page, taking out Cash Wheeler. Adam Cole taking out Dax Harwood. And if I'm Adam Page, you got to be very careful with the 2 members of Indus Sher in the middle of this ring, Mahal and Veer Mahan. You got to be so careful. Adam Cole trying to set up that shiny wizard, and he is right to the dome of Mahal. Is that going to be it? No. Veer Mahan breaks it up. Oh my goodness. What a sledgehammer shot. You could see that from the outside. And look at Veer Mahan. He realizes what happens, but now the revival looking to change up the matchup real quick. Adam Cole busted open. Adam Page trying to take out Veer Mahan and Jinder Mahal. Now the revival just trying to survive this matchup. So for a moment there, we could have been moments away from seeing a possible rematch, but Adam Cole drops Cash Wheeler on his head, on his knee, I should say. Is that enough? 2! No! Cash Wheeler kicks out at the last second, and Adam Cole cannot believe it. This matchup is breaking down. Jinder Mahal, high risk here. Oh, big time frog splash to the lower back. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? No, strong kick out from Cash. Jinder Mahal just trying to steal a victory. Why not? This matchup is all about being right place, right time. And now Jinder with a Samoan drop right there to Adam Page. And now Jinder going to try to take out Cash Wheeler here. So we're getting more and more people on to the entranceway here. As an STO takes down Mahal. But Mahal takes down, I believe that was Cash Wheeler at that time. Adam Page now. Looking for that buckshot lariat. He just turned him out. Inside out. This has to be it. 2, 3, it is. The Undisputed Era. Adam Cole and Adam Page are going to next week's #1 contenders matchup against the Young Bucks. Look at this buckshot lariat. Turning Jinder Mahal inside out. Veer Mahan could not get in there fast enough. What a matchup we have official for you next week in the #1 contenders matchup. The Young Bucks versus Adam Cole and Adam Page. Holy cow. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that episode because I guarantee you it is going to be elite. Now, normally with these contract signings, we normally would have it private backstage in my office, but I think the NXT universe wants to see what these two bright superstars have to say. You got Cora Jade, the NXT Women's Champion, and then you got Tiffany Stratton, undefeated so far here in NXT. So now I'm going to let Tiffany Stratton and Cora Jade get a little piece of their mind to the NXT universe and hype up this championship matchup that will be happening in 4 weeks' time in Boston, Massachusetts for that special Halloween Havoc pay-per-view. Thank you so much for being here, Steph, and just thinking about it, me and you actually have something in common. You're Daddy's little girl, you and Vince, and I'm my own Daddy's little girl with myself and my dad. But this undefeated streak of mine, it's only going to continue longer and longer in my career here. And not only will I dominate this division, I will be taking that NXT Women's Championship with me in 4 weeks. Cora, you're just like all these other women. When you become champion, you're not able to hold on to it for very long. Roxanne, you, Piper Niven, it doesn't matter. Because once I become champion, I plan on not dropping that championship for a very, very long time. And once again, when I become champion, I make that champion relevant, unlike you, Roxanne, and Piper Niven. You plan on making this championship relevant? That's very funny, Tiffany, especially for a blonde. Are you going to be like every other blonde on this roster, NXT, and on the main roster? You going to implicate Charlotte Flair and just be like them this whole time and mock them and make a travesty of what the women's division actually is built on? Tiffany, you should know how desperate I can be as a champion. You know how desperate I am? I even turned my back on my own tag team partner, Roxanne. We were a former women's tag team champions. But there's something that there's needing me, that I need in this business, and that is this women's championship. So I will do whatever I have to at Halloween Havoc to walk out with this women's championship. You may be Daddy's little girl, but at Halloween Havoc, you're going to be crying when you go back to your dad without a women's championship. And you might as well just stay there. You may as well just quit NXT, because when I embarrass you and retain my championship, I don't think there's going to be no need for you on this NXT women's roster. So I'm going to sign this contract and get the hell out of here. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tiffany Stratton and Cora Jade is official. I have seen them sign the contract, so the NXT Women's Championship is official. The words are going to go on. The build-up is going to continue. And what can I say? The matchup at NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc is going to get very, very crazy and very, very scary. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. The NXT Women's Championship will be happening at Halloween Havoc, and what a night it is going to be. But now we move on to contract signing backstage there, to women's action in the middle of the ring. We got ourselves Blair Davenport making her way down the ring to be taking on the former NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez, the prodigy here in NXT. Blair Davenport would love to get to where she's able to win championships here in NXT, and certainly you got to believe she's in the top echelon here in NXT. She had a handful of matches, especially her, Makito Satomura, and all these other women certainly stepping up to the plate. Zoe Stark, very impressive as well in that NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. Nikita Lyons as well. She did lose in the first round to Zoe Stark, but I think the depth in the NXT Women's division is definitely there, ladies and gentlemen. I can't really wait to see how further this women's division goes to become established. But there's another thing though concerning the women's division for all three brands, Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, and that is Jade Cargill, the hottest women's free agent in WWE. She's officially signed to WWE, but the thing is, what brand will Jade Cargill choose? Will she come to NXT? Does she go to Raw? Does she go to SmackDown? And from what we understand, the reports are out there, she has met with the Raw, the NXT, and the SmackDown general managers over these last couple weeks. They've tried to persuade her, try to get her kind of not only feel her out, but give her the pros of coming to NXT, the pros of coming to Raw, the pros of coming to SmackDown. And I think but that is the NXT Women's Champion. For Jade Cargill, does she want to come after a woman like Cora Jade, the current NXT Women's Champion? There is so many women here in NXT that are very young. You got some veterans in the locker room, but if Jade Cargill were to come to NXT, you got to believe she would be the top right away. As the referee rings the bell for this matchup between Blair Davenport and Roxanne, you got to believe that Jade would take over NXT instantly. But with Raw and SmackDown, you have a lot of women that have been around this business since forever. Imagine what we would get on Monday Night Raw. Bayley. You could have Charlotte. Any of the members of Damage Control. Imagine Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair. Two women, the top of their game, going at it. That would be a marquee wrestling match for me. And there's so many other ones. I'm really looking forward to Candice LeRae and Jade Cargill. Very underrated matchup there, possibly. But also, for SmackDown, you got Asuka, Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan. Certainly there's definitely some potential there as well. SmackDown, you might believe, maybe the toughest opportunity of Jade Cargill to really prove herself. But that's all up to Jade Cargill. And we'll get that, answer maybe relatively soon, or it might be drawn out. It's just all about right place, right opportunity, and making sure she fits in correctly. Yes, right into the barricade again. Referee trying to get both these women back in the ring here. Ooh, referee able to get a 9. Blair Davenport believes she's just have won the matchup, but Roxanne Perez get back and in here at the very last second. And we'll see if the Prodigy can walk out victorious and turn this matchup around in her favor. Certainly, Roxanne would love to have a third matchup. Both have, Roxanne and Cora Jade have had almost, I mean, a lot of people aren't really considering that matchup that we saw at SummerSlam weekend at Heatwave a trilogy between Cora Jade and Roxanne, and they believe maybe further on down the line we may get that. But right now, it's an opportunity that these other women are going to be stepping up to the plate. But it doesn't mean Roxanne's technically out of the title picture. Going up against a woman like Blair Davenport certainly will test you to see if you should still be in this, or is it, Blair Davenport's time to jump over Roxanne Perez. It's now Blair Davenport. Kick to the midsection. Oh, look at that maneuver. What a powerbomb maneuver. But no, Roxanne able to kick out at the very last second. And Roxanne doing the right thing, rolling out of the ring. She realizes she's in trouble. And now Blair, suicide dive, turning Roxanne Perez inside out. And now we'll see if Blair Davenport can muscle up some offense right now to really put the cherry on top of the sundae here. And now, oh my goodness, you see Roxanne's head just bouncing off that mat there. Absolutely horrendous. And again, she's gonna have some major bruising to the top of her temple there. And now, high risk maneuver time. Will it? Yes, it will work there, right to the lower back. Will we see that touch up the matchup here? 2, 3 it is. Too much damage done, and Blair Davenport picks up a win over the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez. Just too much damage was done to the whole body of Roxanne, and Blair Davenport picking up a massive win for herself here, trying to get herself in title contention, and certainly knocking off a former women's champion like Roxanne Perez certainly will get her started. It is time for your co-main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Sting versus Christian, non-title matchup. Earlier on tonight here live on NXT, we witnessed Rusev and MJF kick us off here live on NXT. It was a hard-fought matchup. It seemed like Rusev may have been able to escape MJF, but MJF just was able to dig down, find something, and he ended up spiking Rusev on his head, and MJF picking up a monumental win over Rusev. Certainly, imagine if Rusev would have defeated MJF, that his literally stocks in this whole NXT roster would have very well been at the top of the top. Not saying it's already not at the top, but certainly when you beat two big-time talents like an MJF and certainly like a Kenny Omega, it's like, holy crap. But for MJF to walk out a win, definitely needed it tonight. We'll see how he carries it from tonight all the way into Halloween Havoc. But this matchup right here is bound to be a show stealer tonight on NXT. Two future WWE Hall of Famers going at it here live tonight. As we now wait for your North American champion, there he is, working everybody, Mr. Christian Cage. And like we mentioned earlier tonight, Christian Cage will be defending his championship live at Halloween Havoc against Mustafa Ali. Christian did everything in his power to put obstacle after obstacle after obstacle in the way of Mustafa Ali, but he was able to survive Baron Corbin, Joe Gacy, and even Samoa Joe by countout. And to make it official, and we saw what happened after Ali won by countout. Christian took out Mustafa Ali after the matchup. So certainly Christian wasn't expecting Mustafa Ali to even get this far. But Christian said, you know what? Even for me to defend this championship, you're going to have to put your damn career on the line. I think that's going too far, but Bret the Hitman Hart he's accepted it. He's made it official. It is career versus title. Mustafa Ali with a massive, massive opportunity to shock the world at Halloween Havoc. Or will Christian be able to retain his championship, and will Mustafa Ali be out of NXT and out of a career? Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Sting and Christian. Two men that seamlessly, older they get, they seem to age like wine. Absolutely to perfection. And now look at this. Christian with a sleeper hold here to Sting right now. Sting is in trouble right now. Imagine if he puts out Sting this early in the damn matchup. Oh, look at... Oh, Christian getting tossed over now. Sting looking to go to work. In the build-up to the Elimination Chamber Heatwave matchup, Sting was on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Even came out last in that matchup. It came down to Sting and Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega would walk out the new NXT champion. Then you'd see Sting get an opportunity, and Sting would go on to actually become the #1 contender for Rusev's United Kingdom Championship. All he had to do was defeat Keith Lee, and those guys went back and forth, but ultimately Sting and Christian, or I should say Sting, would go on to defeat Keith Lee. So it's only bound to get better for Sting. You would think maybe it's his moment at Halloween Havoc. Sting knows all about Halloween Havoc in his career, ladies and gentlemen, certainly. And we even saw on Monday Night Raw, Goldberg, seemed like, from what we understood, the rumors of having a champion or just a matchup in general at Halloween Havoc, but the leader of D-Generation X, Dolph Ziggler, would attack Goldberg while he was doing his entrance, and he would lay waste to Bill Goldberg, and we'll find out more about the attack on Monday Night Raw on why Dolph Ziggler did that to Goldberg. Looks like Christian's perfectly fine with a countout victory over Sting, but Sting just like that back in there at 8, but Christian makes Sting pay with a brutal DDT there. And maybe Sting should have just taken that countout loss, but we all know the icon, ladies and gentlemen. Sting is a fighter, a man that will do anything in his power to stay in a matchup as long as possible to try to pick up that win. As Christian now, high risk, big time frog splash there to Sting. Is that gonna be it? 2, no, Sting able to kick out the very last second. Sting just trying to kind of throw off Christian's strategy, and I won't blame him, and that will definitely help him out there. And Sting not going to let Christian get a breather whatsoever. This is time for Sting to figure out something, get some offense going. Big reversal from Sting. If he would have ate that spinning kick to the face, that certainly would have gotten Christian right back where he wanted to, but this is where Sting needs to be right now. Oh, big chop, and oh no! The arm drag right on that steel right there. And Christian is going to bait Sting back inside the ring. Sting going to take his time. He knows he doesn't have to be back in. And now here comes Sting, the icon Sting. Both men running into each other, but now Sting again. Big old Russian leg sweep. Do you guys believe Sting will walk out victorious? Will Sting walk out the new United Kingdom champion? It's certainly possible. As now Sting with those big kicks and punches into a big old suplex, folding Christian in half. Wait a minute, Sting now. Sting. Uh-oh. Oh, the Scorpion death drop to Christian. That has to be it. It's Captain Charisma about to say night. No, he's able to kick out at the last second. And look at Sting. The frustration there. He believed that was it. Uh-oh. Sting, I think he was possibly thinking about maybe a Scorpion death drop there. Or I should say a Scorpion... yeah, the submission holder for Sting there. I think that's what he was thinking about. But Christian able to get out of it. And he looking to go to work here on Sting now. That Scorpion sharpshooter of his, certainly a dangerous maneuver that Sting loves to pull out when he needs to. Uh-oh, Christian now, a little bit of a headlock submission, not wanting to use any flying headbutts or unprettier. Sting is in trouble though right now. Headlock in the middle of this ring. Can Sting fight out of it? Yes, he does momentarily. And Sting trying to get this Orlando crowd behind him, and he believes Christian is down a little bit further. But that might cost him his matchup here. Pandering to the crowd at the wrong time may hurt his chances of winning here. Christian now. Uh-oh. Flipping him over. Unprettier there to Sting. Is that all she wrote? 1, 2. No! Sting it. 2.5. Keeps himself in the matchup a little bit longer. No, going for the spear. He took way too much time setting that up. Sting had that scouted. But now, wait. No, was that a Scorpion death drop? It kind of looks like an off variation of a Scorpion death drop. But now Christian from behind, looking for a second unprettier to Sting. There's no way Sting kicks out of a second one, right? 2, 3. Christian survives this matchup with the Icon Sting. That was a hell of a matchup, ladies and gentlemen, between both men tonight. Christian certainly having to dig down a little bit deeper than he wanted to, but he picked up a big win over the Icon Sting. Christian needed that win. Hopefully Mustafa Ali is watching at home, because that was a showcase of being on top of this NXT North American division. Main event time here live on NXT. If you guys want to see an Extreme Rules match, give me a hell yeah. Because now it is time for the ever dangerous Jon Moxley of the Blackpool Combat Club to come out here and defend the honor of the Blackpool Combat Club. He didn't take too kindly to what Wardlow did in the comments of what Wardlow said about being held down. We were able to talk to Jon Moxley earlier on tonight before the show even started, and we asked Jon Moxley about what Wardlow said, and simply Jon Moxley said what himself, Bryan Danielson, and Cesaro do here, part of the Blackpool Combat Club, is all about providing opportunities for each other. Moxley believes that that's on Wardlow for not stepping up to the plate and making a name for himself in this group. At first, Wardlow was doing great, but ultimately would let people step all over him. So once we put Wardlow through some tough matches and really show him what he's going to be missing out on, then he's certainly going to regret leaving the Blackpool Combat Club. Strong words there from Jon Moxley. But this matchup right now, this is going to be absolutely brutal. Moxley, I'm sure, is definitely going to want to get some of those weapons out. No, Wardlow got to be careful. Moxley leaving the ring behind him, but certainly Mox is going to allow Wardlow to get inside this ring. But once this bell rings, this matchup for Wardlow is certainly going to be very, very crucial. I mean, Wardlow, yes, he defeated a multi-time tag team champion in Cesaro last week in quite fast fashion. But now Wardlow has to do it against one of the most dangerous men in Extreme Rules history, especially here in WWE's history, that being Jon Moxley. We'll see how that fares for Wardlow tonight. I'm really looking forward to this. This is a put up or shut up moment for Wardlow. Referee ringing the bell. Here we go. Extreme Rules. Anything can happen. Pinfall or submission has to happen inside the ring, though. Oh, Moxley with a back suplex. And, necessarily, I guess, none of these superstars have to use weapons in this matchup. Maybe you take off the turnbuckle pad, or you run your opponent's face on the mat or on the ropes. Certainly, these superstars can do whatever they want. If they have to hit a low blow or anything to make sure they walk out with a victory tonight, anything is perfectly fine in this matchup, as long as the result happens in the middle of this ring. And we're barely a minute into this matchup, and Moxley getting extreme. He's got that baseball bat. Wardlow missing the drop kick, and now he's going to eat some good old-fashioned baseball bat. But thankfully for Wardlow's sake, he didn't have to eat any more of it. It's a big-time military press slam. Wardlow got the baseball bat to Moxley here, but Moxley intercepting him, and he connects with a springboard drop kick. Moxley looking to end this matchup early. Might be a good idea, but not going to happen right now. Moxley stepping down, telling Wardlow to stay down here. Now Moxley, what is Jon thinking? Oh, we got ourselves a kendo stick. It's time to swing for the fences. But Wardlow, a belly to belly. I think on the end of that baseball bat, that is not going to be feeling too good. It's both men. Wardlow just getting a weird angle of this submission hold being taken on, and Moxley trying to make him submit. It's seems like more of a headlock submission than anything, but seems like it's not really phasing Wardlow at this moment, as Wardlow with an impressive running lariat. And this matchup seems like it's already gone longer than Wardlow and Cesaro's matchup happened last week. So we'll see if it's going to continue to go that way. We'll see if Wardlow maybe coming out with a different strategy. Maybe he already, had something else in mind. But you got to take into consideration Cesaro wasn't going to be 100% walking into that matchup because of that attack from Wardlow to Cesaro. Wardlow, hard Irish whip off the ropes. Gonna just kind of wear out Jon Moxley, let him run back and forth. Oh no. Oh my goodness, what a DDT. Very close to the baseball bat, but luckily for Wardlow, didn't really get affected by that baseball bat. Wardlow, what is he thinking? Oh no, not on the baseball bat. Oh my goodness, on the baseball bat! Oh my god. Moxley was not moving. And Wardlow swinging for the fences, trying to hurt Moxley. Does not care about Moxley whatsoever. Moxley trying to get some revenge for Cesaro and the rest of the Blackpool Combat Club. And certainly that running bulldog will help out. Wardlow now in trouble. Gets hit with some dirty deeds there from Jon Moxley. Is that all she wrote? No, Wardlow able to kick out at 2.5. Very, very close. Moxley looking to end this matchup. Possibly running knee to the template. And guarantee you, if he hits this is going to be all she wrote here. But Moxley gets hit with a reversal. Wardlow now. Is he thinking about doing that powerbomb again? Yes, he does. That release powerbomb. Is that it? No, Moxley stays in it. Moxley's a multi-time champion here in the series, ladies and gentlemen. From a former Intercontinental champion to a former Tag Team Champion, a part of the Shield himself, and Seth Rollins. Oh no, the sledgehammer. Oh no, right to the right knee. That knee certainly is not going to be feeling good. And now to the midsection, right to the ribs. Trying to ruin the midsection there. Wardlow no, off the ropes there. Now Moxley just trying to take down Wardlow, but Wardlow has something else in mind. Oh, this ain't good. Wardlow, big time clothesline, takes down Moxley. And all of a sudden we got ourselves a stalemate. Wardlow wanting to inflict as much pain as possible. As much pain that Wardlow believes that he had to suffer through when Moxley and Bryan Danielson were the tag team champions, were the talk of the town, and especially Cesaro having that huge opportunity at Heatwave to become world champion. But he was the first man eliminated. Wardlow believes if he was in that Elimination Chamber NXT Championship matchup, Wardlow believes he would have been walking out NXT champion, or at least would have put up a better fight than Cesaro did. Oh no, the steel steps. We are going to end very, very badly for one of these superstars. Oh, that basement dropkick. Moxley basically baiting Wardlow to come in. This is not good right now. Someone may get hit with those and it could be game over. Oh, maybe not. Wardlow, maybe he's a decoy the whole time as a F10 to Jon Moxley. Is that gonna be it? No! Look at Wardlow looking right at the referee saying, come on, count a little bit faster. Oh no, not the steel steps. Come on, Wardlow. Come on now. Oh my goodness, right off the temple of Moxley, and then he even get it dropped right on top of him. That is certainly not going to feel any more better. And Wardlow just going to continue to look impressive there. Nice back suplex there. Just inflict as much pain as possible. Oh no, not Moxley, don't get up, man. Oh my goodness, a second one. He was trying to kick Wardlow in the gut, but it just didn't work out in his favor there. This could get very bad very, very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Wardlow just waiting for Moxley to get up to his feet. But now Moxley trying to fight back. Moxley now. Uh-oh. Release. Power slam right on the steel steps, at least grazing him a little bit. And now Moxley gonna look for some revenge and make Wardlow eat some steel steps, and he does. But look at Wardlow back up to his feet. How crazy is this man, ladies and gentlemen? What the hell type of maneuver is that? But look, Mr. Jon Moxley rolling out of the way. Wardlow coming out here tonight. He's sure as hell having a hell of a matchup. But now Moxley has busted open Wardlow. And you would have thought Jon Moxley would have been the first one to be bleeding in this matchup. But right now, it is Wardlow. And will that blood come into play in this matchup? And now Wardlow tossing him back in the ring. Gonna introduce the steel steps one more time, it seems. Uh-oh. Moxley, is that a good idea to come out? At least momentarily it was. And I was gonna say he tosses him back in the ring, but he decides to fold him like an accordion. This matchup is building up to what it should be, ladies and gentlemen, an all-out war in your main event of the evening. Two absolute brutes going at it. Moxley, the king of Extreme for the most part. This is one of his favorite matches. Extreme Rules, no holds barred, anything where he can inflict as much pain as possible. Not only can he dish it out, but he can also withstand it. And Moxley not done yet. He's looking to swing for the fences again. And these two will collide again at Halloween Havoc, ladies and gentlemen. it is going to be a gauntlet match for Wardlow. Not only will Wardlow have to face Jon Moxley, but they'll have to face Cesaro and Bryan Danielson in that gauntlet matchup. And I don't think Jon Moxley, if I'm honest with you, was expecting this type of fight right now, but certainly he's getting it right now, as Wardlow just swinging for the fences, but finally Moxley able to fight out of it. Oh, this is not good. Oh my goodness. Absolutely brutal maneuver there from Moxley, as these guys continue to go at it. And next week here, ladies and gentlemen, it's only going to get possibly worse for the Blackpool Combat Club, because we can confirm to you now that Wardlow will be in action against Bryan Danielson in a one-on-one bout live here on NXT. Moxley getting some cardio in here. Probably not the best idea to get cardio in this late in this matchup, where any maneuver could possibly put this match away. If you guys are just tuning in, this match is your main event of the evening. It's been one hell of a night so far, building up to the NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc pay-per-view, which will be in just 4 weeks' time. I'm sorry in the last episode of NXT if I did confuse anybody. I was saying that we're getting closer to the go-home show, but we are not. We are officially 4 weeks away. It's going to happen the same weekend as Halloween Havoc for Monday Night Raw. The roll through into the submission hold there. Look at that blood just dripping down the face of Wardlow. Moxley, he can make Wardlow tap out here, but it won't mean anything. Extreme Rules match, the outcome has to happen in the center of that ring. Let's look at Moxley just wrenching in that headlock right now. Wait a minute. Wardlow getting back up to his feet. Muchly appreciated for himself, and he connects with a stiff spear there. As oh no, we already introduced one steel steps, why not do the other? This is bound to be bad, but luckily for Moxley's sake, he was able to grab Wardlow just before he was able to possibly connect once again. And now Moxley going to toss Wardlow in the ring. Both men are seriously in trouble. They've eaten so much damage. And now Moxley, dirty deeds to Wardlow. Is that going to be all she wrote? 2. And now. Oh, wait, referee, I think she just said that he got his hands up. It looked like he was ringing for the bell there, possibly. But certainly, you just don't know with the referee. It seemed like the shoulders were up, though. And now again, Moxley gonna look to put the final touches of this match away again. Why not? Dirty deeds. And Moxley again, after that dirty deed, just inflicting more pain, more punishment on Wardlow here. Moxley gonna make sure that Wardlow regrets even deciding to do what he did to the Blackpool Combat Club. But a big reversal there from Wardlow now. What a release suplex there. And now Wardlow going back out there. It seemed like he may have been trying to go for another weapon there, but it seems like maybe Wardlow gonna just try to inflict some more pain as he turns Moxley inside out. So nothing wrong with a good old sledgehammer there. Gonna swing for the fences here in Orlando. Just trying to throw him just enough into that barricade where that definitely will hurt. And what a match this has been, ladies and gentlemen. Both men putting it all on the line. Moxley, he literally got a multiple dirty deeds in the matchup. It looked like the referee did tell the ring announcer that Wardlow did kick out at the very last second. It did seem like she was about to call for the bell, but it seemed like Wardlow was able to somehow get out of that. And look at Moxley just trying to suffocate the life out of Wardlow at this time. I mean, this is the best opportune time to do something like that. Especially in these Extreme Rules matches. I mean, you got to dig down deep. That's why they do a lot of running, a lot of cardio for these type of matches, because you just don't know how long you're going to be fighting your opponent for. It may be just a couple minutes. It may be for maybe 10, 15 minutes, or maybe 30 minutes. Could be an hour. You just don't know. Some superstars are built for this type of stuff. Moxley feeling himself, feeling kind of groovy there. That's Moxley trying to throw him into that barricade there, but Wardlow, just a full man that just cannot go down, just cannot be just easily thrown around here. Oh my goodness. Wardlow getting bounced off the top of that announce table here. Moxley just going to inflict as much pain here again. Oh my goodness. I'm cracking the hell out of that back. But if you guys are just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, it has been one heck of a night. We saw the new Undisputed Era. We saw Adam Cole and Adam Page win that Triple Threat Tornado Tag Team matchup. And that team will go on next week to face the Young Bucks in an official #1 contenders matchup. And the winner of that matchup will face Pretty Deadly live here on NXT, or at NXT TakeOver Halloween Havoc. So certainly it is going to be one hell of a night next week with Wardlow and Bryan Danielson, and then also the Undisputed Era versus the Young Bucks. Dirty Deeds. And now Moxley, after again hitting Dirty Deeds, certainly just one of those superstars, ladies and gentlemen, that continues to inflict pain. Oh my goodness! It's not every day you see a man like Wardlow being able to move around like that. As now Wardlow seems like he may be done playing around here. Wardlow, the warhorse, the war machine, what is he thinking about doing? Uh-oh, it may be time for an F10 there to Moxley. Will this be enough after that F10? Yes, it is. What a battle. What a war. Tonight, it belongs to the war machine, the war animal himself, Wardlow. Look at this F10, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute beauty there from Wardlow. A heck of a match. Jon Moxley putting up a hell of a show tonight. But Wardlow, he's showing up. This is his breakout moment. Defeated Cesaro fast last week. Defeated Moxley in one hell of an Extreme Rules matchup. And now he has to go through Bryan Danielson next week, live on NXT. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.